In the previous video, Understanding JQL, we discussed the advanced search capabilities of Jira. Let us now discuss filters, permissions, and subscriptions. In this video, we are going to take a look at saving the search queries as filters, sharing the filters, and creating filter subscriptions. Right now, I'm logged into my Jira instance, and if I go to my issue navigator by clicking on the issues and then clicking on search for issues, in my issue navigator, if I want to search for all the issues assigned to me and that are not resolved and closed, so I'll type in my JQL. I will get the list of all the issues that are currently either open or in progress, or maybe they are in review. So basically all the issues assigned to me that require some work. So these are the result that will be displayed on the screen. And if I want to refer to this query again, there is a button on top that says Save As. If I click on this button, this will allow me to save this query as a filter. So I can name my filter as assigned to me, closed, and resolved. And the moment you save your query, it becomes a filter, and it is also added on the left hand side under your favorite filter section. And the advantage of this filter is that you can also refer to it again in future. And there is one more thing that you can do with your filter. You can also change the column that appears in the filter. So if you go to the columns and if you click on the filter tab, then you have the option to include maybe one or more filters. For example, if you want to include, let us say, your due date, or maybe you also want to include some other fields that you might have in Jira, you can simply search for those fields and include them in your filter. And if you want to include more columns in your view, you can go to the columns button here on top. And if you go to the filter tab and just select the field that you want to include in the view that you have right now in the issue navigator. So if you want to include, let us say, your reporter name, so just type in reporter and click on the reporter checkbox here and press the done button. So what will happen now? Your JQL will result in the list of issues assigned to you and all the issues that are not closed or resolved, but you can also customize the view that you have right now. So you can see here that the reporter field is now displayed here, and on top there is a button again to save the changes that you just made. So if you click on the save button again, this particular filter is now saved. So if you, let us say, for a moment go back to your Jira dashboard, and if you come back to your issue navigator to quickly run the same search result, you will be able to do it by simply going to the issue navigator, or you can simply click on the issues menu item on top and clicking on the assign to me filter that you just saved. So it will be appearing under the filter section of your issues menu and also on the left hand side under the favorite filter section. So this is a very unique feature that you have in Jira that will let you create multiple filters. And let us see how we can create a new filter. So if you click on the button new filter again, you will be presented with the same advanced search box. You can switch it back to the basic, for example. And let us say if you want to create a new filter for one of your project, let us say legal project, you can simply select the project name, or you can also type in your JQL and then click on the button on top again, save as, and then type in your filter name. Let us say you want to name this particular filter as legal project issues. And the advantage of creating a filter is that you will be able to refer to it again whenever you want. So let me create one more filter with all the issues that are currently open, in progress, basically all the issues that require work. That means all the issues where status is not in, closed, and resolved. So I can type in my JQL status not in and then I will type closed and resolved. So these are all the issues that we have in Jira instance. Right now we have 52 issues that are currently either assigned to someone and it requires some work and someone need to review them. So you can click on the save as button again on top and save your filter as something like all open issues, for example, and click on the submit button. So this filter is now again saved and listed here under the favorite filter section. Now let us see how we can also share the filter with our colleagues. For example, if you want this particular filter, all open issues, to be shared within your project or maybe with someone else, or maybe you just want to make it as a public filter. So you can actually share the filter. So we have the concept of filter permissions. So if you click on the details link right next to your filter name, you have the option to go to the permissions, and right now it says this filter is only visible to you. You can click on the edit permissions link and you will be able to modify who can see this particular filter. So right now when you edit the filter, you have the option to add share. So you have the option again to share this particular filter with a specific group that you have in Jira, or you can also share it with any logged in user. So anyone who is currently having an account and currently logged in the tool, that user will be able to access the filter. So when you click on add button here, you can see here that there is a new share which is added. It says shared with logged in users, and then you can click on the save button to finally save your filter with the new permissions. So what will happen now when you go to the find filter link on the left hand side, or maybe anyone in the Jira instance who has an account, if they've tried to find the filter here by simply searching for it, so they will be able to take a look at all the filters currently shared with them. So you can see here that some of the filters are shared with logged in users, some of them are private filters. There are some filters which are actually talking about sharing, but it is shared within their project. So it is a very good feature to enable and use in Jira to manage the sharing of the queries that you're typing, and you also want other users to also take a look at it. There's one more thing which we need to know about the filters, and that is the concept of subscription. So let us say you have the list of all the issues currently assigned to you and you want to get notified for any open ticket or maybe any ticket which is not closed or resolved. So you want to know every day or maybe on every start of the week that currently there are 10 or 20 issues which require your attention. So what you can do, you can go to the details link again right next to your filter and you can actually create a new subscription. So when you create a new subscription, you will be able to receive emails from the instance of Jira, and that email will actually have the list of issues under that particular filter. So for this particular filter, if you want to have subscription enabled, you can create a personal subscription, or you can also create this subscription for a group of users. So let us say you want to create a personal subscription where you want to receive an email every day from the tool with the list of all the tickets in that particular filter. So you can simply select the schedule, or you can also select the schedule based on days per week. For example, you want to receive this email every Monday or maybe every Thursday, and you want to receive this email maybe at 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday and Tuesday. So when you click on the subscribe button here, you will start getting emails from the system, and you can actually create multiple subscriptions. You can actually create this subscription for yourself. You can also create it for a group, or you can subscribe to multiple filters in Jira. So it's a very nice feature that we have in Jira where you can get notified and get alerted. In the next video, we'll take a look at the dashboards in Jira.